What up, yo? As far as the game's still working, this is second part of Alpha Omega. The Lego models is over and done with. Ended up, going to another house. It was on Almanza. Didn't think about our new goal, what stuck everybody in through multiverse theory. I got to live through one of my main inspirations, Geek Dunk 101, and got to hang out with one of my friends from Boy Scouts. Next to chance every day. Now, James is still there, and Courtney is still there. This is right before I summoned Jasmine. What we had was Courtney's summer school going now. Breaks herself, Lily. I had a curse mark transformation at this time for rain tattoos at the movie theater. Instantly when I got there, I think about Cooler. A lot of things were correlating. Being a Captain, the great Sega man. Rando. It was primarily that punk in Yu Yu Hakusho. Being the centerpiece of attention. Before real paperwork is interfering. This is the evolution of Alpha Omega. We did was we danced with girls every single day. I explain why I held back on the company. Because we're not watching episode by episode, I'm just teaching you general things. Where we ended up in a conundrum. Before we got the dog CeeLo, we talked about a lot like the street life with Zack and Cody. It was my first time taking a girl to a fair. But I checked in, it was the exact same location. This proves to the scientists that you need to have tree. They treat my girls like they're cringe. Oh, Lily, what they did. They say something, they say the same thing over and over again. Well, they are as hot as models. Why? Because I checked Lily in the same location. It's exactly how I thought it was. Her face is way more detailed. Exact same shape and location. There is no tree. This being said, this is when the ultimate plan with Dan Vanilla activates. Because what happens is we start off going to a fair and I get the ultimate lesson. This is what it's like taking your girlfriend to a fair, but then a scientist is trying to break down to me that's not how we do when we adjacently absorb. So damn well by now, Lily, our girlfriend, is made with responsibility. The second form cell, Lily, is representing my transformation on the street. Then we get the character Raina introduced, Raina Charles. Supposed to be married to Sebastian, who was in my junior year drama class. It's still incognito. What happened was Lily Radio was one of my main dancers. I had this thing called Lucky Luciano because he looks like a Lola bunny. Eggs is trying to make a statement. I do the ultimate godfather. Cover your face by having everything represented by color with one girl. This is when Cribs is still active. And Courtney see movies like Creed 3, Lily, and he said our fight was better. Shit was so lit, Lily, so I did a documentary, Lily, what it takes to be in America, everything to be in America, and I bought orange long sleeve shirt. One day I decided to mix it up with purple jeans I got from Ross. Green, red, and white feelers. It felt so fucked up. At the movie theater, I shook hands with Fabian. It's good, Lily, I got all the lessons. I was right, Lily, why I moved on. My mom took over. And it was so fucked, it was so fucked up game, Lily. You know I had the versus battles, cartoons, episodes that in closing openings like a fight. Made me play the game all the way to my uncle became the blue guy, the magician from Teen Titans. Tried to cover it up, cosplaying as Frieza mixed with Omega Shinron. The whole game was working. I also had a battle with Chris Brown. So 28 was the year where I activated I Am Sasuke, which was a hit and a stunning success. We did everything, including the Pantyboy with Sly Cooper. We played with Jean's level with hot girls like Deborah and Sydney. The rate of Alpha Omega before now. What you have to understand is 27 is completely different from 28, and nothing is going to beat the concrete dopamine of 27. 28 meant something. Lily was Walker versus Pamela, doing all that 1970 shit, even though I'm so old. Frieza on the street meant a lot because that's how you grade an American, that's how you grade a person. Then you gave me no intellect, it left me with absolutely nothing. Because you're too salty, Lily, to say that I moved on. So what happened was I played good music, Lily, like Stick Up Kids, and then I also played music like Dance Gavin Dance. Playing my music is actual music because it goes into detail, and your music cheats for a gang. You know that lesson through and through and still ask me a dumb question. One thing I understand is I have a What's New Scooby-Doo thing going on, Lily, with Max, Lily, we dance and play versus battles every weekend. We even got to, experience some aspects of Spider-Man. The most, impactful thing, Lily, Alpha Omega, Lily, when I played off real life alone, Lily, without the company. What ended up happening was I ended up using Midnight, Lily, so the whole 28, I used two, single family principals, Uncle Larry, who's a veteran, who's twice as strong as Uncle Tommy because he's not only linear, and tends to score, like he doesn't just do everything in one line, he goes into detail. He has a long nose, and his veteran picture is frightening. In charge of Alex, Lily. You know how I had the Ryan thing going on. Ryan started at 28, Lily, and his arch rival was Ryan. A guy who picked up Katie, Lily, and started bouncing her over and over again. As far as my 8th grade league example goes, so Katie, the whole weird, she has freckles. The weird thing to become champion. See, just had a kid named Trevor. And me. What you need to know is that it's a completely different Katie. I'm at a completely different power level. First of all, I have Asperger's, and Alex has full-on autism. He saw somebody fling a girl over and over again, who thought he had a chance. In fact, the cop agreed with me. He put a box of Lay's on the ground and said, Ryan is a big box of Lay's, Lily, Alex is a little twig. So fucked up. I'm working at the Beastie Boys. I'm working with a guy with a long nose that says British shit at my job. Lately, I'm all like, why can't we activate the Pixies? This is when I also, make stages, like take out each of the island stays and Future Reborn stays as resorts that you can, visit, through my moon base. I also did it on foot. I'm like, why can't I get through this domestic planet crew that I'm elaborate? While I go on adventures, and that's why literally for the past 3 years, I'm like, why you put me up against this literally 8th shit while I'm on Vin Diesel when I want to go travel? I'm used to going to conventions. So what happened was I ended up having a partnership literally that's part-time with Michelle Clone with the convention. I can dance with girls at night, literally at the nightclub in San Jose. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about the current situation. In the middle became Michael's older brother, Alex. From Madden, which was instantly going to be my plan at 29, was to activate Madden. Therefore, I was straightforward 100%, and also literally side by side with Alex's mom. I kept on talking about his dad. The legendary Dr. Mayworth, Adrian, and Abdul. His mom told him twice as much, was actually nice every single time, and made her cuss. The legendary Uncle Ernie. This is a tool. In fact, I saw him on the street, he still felt bad about how he lost to Adrian, like, the way I came at him. I learned that it's an actual game when you actually come at somebody. Doing so, it's raining and literally making everybody, including Tilly, keep their road down the street. Running gag or 8th grade, literally boxing with Jasmine Robert Wilson. All this shit every day, watching, things that will warm my research, like movie and that 70s show, hanging out with Matt, breaking down the purple hair with me, Matt, and Ashley G High, why you can't get past indefinitely, running into why she definitely slept with him. To the point where people started getting jealous, and one of the themes of 28 was My Little Pony when Ashley was supposed to be their music video. The game still worked. Lately, we kept on, playing, anime community videos like how I normally did. Lately, and guess what happened at the end of 28? The creator of Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama, dies. But it's not this yet. Lately, when I got home, I ended up watching a show called Gross Oddity. It looked just like Ileana from my freshman year. Too much going on. There was too much going on in 28. One thing you have to recognize, lately, about that year is that I was still an adult. The Platinum Girls was still working. Daniela was still working. 29, you took life away completely. Remember, when you fuck literally with Eris, literally on the honest level, you take away what life means. You do replace it with something important on paper. So the biggest hit at 28 was Dancing with the Legendary Girl, Marissa Pamela. With her in front of every other mob boss. Taking with her, Courtney, Jackson, and James every day, along with Robert. She was so fucked up you didn't know who was the leader. So in doing so, literally 28 dragged on to a point where we had one performance with Chris Brown in Arena. Showed you I knew what I was doing. At the end, literally, I recognized the truth with the whole story. When I saw Kung Fu Panda, literally, when I paid for that haircut, it's exactly where I got the debt. They're doing something further your age on paper. That is a summary for 28 at Alpha Omega.